Hey, boss, what's up? I, I see you're in deep thought there. That's a big change. Yeah. You're lost in thought. That's the way you usually are, actually, when I think of it. Anyway, what's happening? I just saw you finish your reed finishing video. Are you happy with that? Well, that's what I was thinking about. You know, not completely. I mean, I did some things that are really wrong. Oh, yeah? Well, that's a first from you. Admit you did something wrong. Wow. Instead of like finishing reeds the way people normally would, I finished a couple really heavy, basically boards I had to reprofile and everything. No one should have to do that. What you do is you take reeds that are pretty close to the strength that you want to play, and then you do your finishing from there. And then that's a much simpler process, much easier process. That's what I should have done. I should have taken reeds that are, like, I don't know, I haven't played commercial reeds in a long time, but I'd say they're probably about a 3.5 or something like that, and then finish it from there. Balance it. That goes very quickly, and then do the nuclear option. You know what I mean? The nuclear option. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, that's a killer. Yeah. Are you gonna do that? Really? You're gonna show them that? You're gonna show them? Yeah. I think I am. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them how to do it, and we'll take reeds that are much closer. Something like, players confront all the time or use all the time. They take the reeds and that are close to playing comfortably for them, and then that's what they do. Either play them and struggle with the imbalance, or they work on them a little bit and make them a little bit better, and that's what they call happy. Yeah. But I think I'm going to show them. Yeah. Wow. Really? Wow, man. I mean, that's the secret. That's the big thing there, right? I mean, when are you going to do it? Yeah. I mean, when are you going to do it? All right. So when are you going to do this? When are you going to do it? I think I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so now, per the little conversation you heard, we're going to test a reed that's more or less compatible in terms of its general strength to the reeds that I normally play, reed strength. So I'm not going to have to reinvent the wheel like I did with the first one. But the main thing I'm going to show you here is what my little friend called the nuclear option. And that was the option that essentially finishes the reed, and it's going to be remarkable for you to see. When I first experienced it and first tested it, I didn't believe it myself, but that's what makes life interesting. You get surprises. So first thing is I'm just going to test this reed. This is the first sound that's ever made, unless some Frenchman sneaked in and played it before they shipped it. But you can hear the right side is dead as the proverbial doornail. Okay, is that going to mess everything up if I turn some light on? Probably. Okay, I don't know. So, all right. So the reed is very, very light actually over on the left side. But I'm going to start with the way I normally start, and that is by actually just finishing the tip overall. So I'm going to try to especially use my finishing tool here to get a little more life in the right ear across here. So this is nothing revelatory to you, but it's great content, you have to agree. Okay, anyway, let's see now how that plays. Okay, you can hear it's much better. This is kind of the miraculous thing of this. The tip finishing tool is that it enables you to make the reed even all the way across, right in the tip area, and it's not treacherous to do. You can, it's normally you try to take a normal tool to do this, and you ruin the tip. One little slip, cat jumps on the table. Yeah. Okay. That's never happened to you? All right. Anyway. Okay. So the right side still on the dead side, clearly. And so the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my tip finishing tool, or I'm going to take my finishing tool here, and I'm going to pull down the right side because I want some more energy flow here. There's more wood on the left side, on the right side of the reed. Than there is on the left. So I want to get a little more energy. So I'm doing the tip finishing technique. I think it's number 2 or something like that. Been a long time since I've seen that book. So let's see if that makes any difference. But the main thing, we just want to get this energy to begin flowing. Now that's getting in the ballpark, so that they both feel very similar, not identical, but very, very similar. I think we're close enough now that we could actually begin. Having using basically our nuclear option. Okay, let's put it this way. I'm going to have a cup of coffee or drink a coffee first. That's great, really great. A cup of coffee at, what time is it? I don't know. Anyway, that's how I roll. All right, so this is the little tool that I'm going to be using. I'm going to show you how to make it. Not going to make any money off this. I'm not going to sell you something I know you can make, and you can make with ease. And here's another version of it. As I showed you, I've got a whole bunch of these, and they're kind of different shapes and sizes and all that stuff. Very cool. Now, the area of the reed I'm going to be working on. Let's see. I don't really have anything I can point it out, but it's going to be really about the last 10 millimeters of the reed. Now this is the area of treachery. It's the area that people normally avoid. But we're going to go right in there, gangbusters, like the Charge of the Light Brigade. If you all know that Tennyson poem, you probably don't. Anyway, so here's my little tool, and I've got abrasive onto the bottom of it. So now, let's see if we can get zoomed in here, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to work and get this area right behind the tip, which is very, very stiff. I'm going to try to get it to really speak. Now, I'm not going to really need to remove much back here because we've got the sides balanced. Now the energy is similar in terms of the way it's flowing. All we really need to do is to get this last 10 millimeters of the reed going, and I think we're going to have a really good reed. Remember when we started, remember how dead that right side was? Okay, and you can see I'm just working right behind the tip. Now I'm not going across over the tip, I'm just going right behind the tip. And the idea is to get this area right behind the tip to be very flexible. And you can do this with this tool without gouging anything out. Just make sure that you get an even removal there. And then, of course, we're going to test this guy. And it's not working all over the surface of the reed that's going to make the reed really zing and really put out a lot of sound and a full dynamic range. It's getting this last 5-10 millimeters perfect. All right, well, let's just give it a test and see. Well, it's heavy. It's a little heavy. And I like it more colorful. So I'm going to continue to work up in this area. Even though I feel it's heavy a little bit and the low notes don't ring, I'm going to make them ring by working the very tip area of the reed. Wow, I just can't get over what great content this is. Okay, now, and I'm dipping my reeds here in vodka. The reeds don't really play better, but after about the third one, you don't care. Let's see. Let's see what we got now. It's not quite there. I don't want to work that hard. So a little more vodka, okay. Don't worry, this is American vodka. Yeah, it's called H2O. Okay, so now if I look at the reed, I begin to see, isn't that pretty? Wish you could see it. Actually, you can. Just make it on. So we're getting there. Try this yourself. You'll see it really works. Okay, a little more vodka. And so like an oboist, I'm playing largely at the tip of the reed. Probably about that much reed past my lower lip into my mouth. You'll see perfecting this last part of the reed proves out what I've been saying, that the 80-20 or 70-30 rule perfect the last part of the reed, and you got something that actually plays like a reed rather than just looks like a reed. Now, let me see if I can improve just one bit. And I'm not trying to split the atom here. I'm just trying to get it correct. Once you make this tool, you try this yourself, you will prove it out for yourself. Sound like Woody Woodpecker, okay? See, if the reed isn't thinned out and flexible behind the tip, right up there in that tip area, you're not going to get those silky, beautiful connections into the third register and out. You're going to be grunting and undertoning all the time. You're working too hard. Your embouchure is working too hard. I'm not working at all. I've got about that much reed in my mouth. I can play all over the horn. I can play big fat dynamics. I can play extremely soft and slur all over the horn. So that's the nuclear thing. That's the thing that Igor wanted me to share with you. So now you know. And in the next video, this one's plenty long enough. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make these little tools, and you're going to be able to make them by the thousands, and they multiply. You know, they multiply in the cup at night. You know, it's kind of embarrassing to watch, but anyway, so that's it for now. In the next video, now I'm going to show you how to make this little tool. And let me give you a hint. You want to get some rubber mouthpiece patches if you don't already have them. Also, you need to get a product called Sugru. Let's see if I've got any of it here to show you. You can get it through Amazon, get it through any number of places. It's spelled S-U-G-R-U, Sugru. It sounds kind of funny. It is kind of funny, but funny in a good way. It's really great stuff, and you'll come to love it. And it's not expensive, but you're going to be able to make a tool that's worth its weight in gold for finishing the tip of the reed. See you in the next one.